In this demonstration, we're going to be running Ethereum with inside Docker, and then Docker will run within Cortosis, which is a secure enclave. So the great thing with this is that we can create multiple secure enclaves with Ethereum running within them. What will happen is that Docker will expose an RPC port such as 8454, and then that will be mapped to our secure enclave port such as 32002. Okay, so Ethereum is an amazing ledger that allows us to create smart contracts. We can create NFTs and ERC20 tokens. So the first thing that we do is we install Docker. Then we install this Cortosis. And then finally, we can actually set up our Nethermind setup with these commands in here. Okay, so let's see if we can get these commands working. Okay, so I'm going to clone this GitHub here, but I'm actually going to put it into build to folder. Okay, so that's going to clone into there, and then I'll go into build 2. Then what I want to do is I've already created Cortosis enclaves, then we probably want to clean these up. So we can actually have a look to see what enclaves we've got running with this command, and there's none there. But if you get this, then if you have got enclaves running and you're having a problem with installing it, then just clean up your enclaves so that there's nothing actually running, and you should get that. So now what we'll do is we'll create our enclave with this command here. So just let me do this. And there we go. So it'll take it'll take a few minutes to actually get up and running. And we can see as it's going along, it's creating things like the Genesis record for us. It's creating keys and so on. So you've just got to give it a few minutes and it'll eventually create your blockchain for you. So remember, what's happening is that we're actually running Ethereum with inside Docker, and then we're running that Docker with inside our secure enclave. Okay, so it should get there in a little minute. If you have a problem with this part, then just make sure you clean everything up and then restart again. So once we get in, we should be able to access our secure enclave using an RPC port. Okay, so this is the example here that we have. If we just keep that running over there, it should finish. So this is what's involved in actually setting up our blockchain here. And what we should see is all the commands that are used. And then eventually what we should see is it will create a Genesis record for it, which is the first block of the Ethereum ledger. So we can see down here. So eventually, once we've created this, what we should see is something like this. So we can see here that the RPC port within Docker for 8545 is mapped to port 32002. Okay, this will be the port that we're going to access our blockchain on. Don't need to worry too much about the other ports just now. Okay, so it's this one here, and in the end we should see all our services are running that we'll need. But for just now, we're just going to interrogate a few things just to make sure that everything is working okay. So it's still doing that. Okay, so first thing we'll be doing is we'll be using some curl commands to be able to send some commands such as ethsync to be able to see if the RPC port is working on 32002. It may be that your port is mapped somewhere else. You just have to make sure that when you look at this here, then you actually find out where it is. Okay, so that's great. It's all created, and just let's see what port we're on. Yes, we're on 32002, and we'll make sure. I've got a little error there. It's not a major one. It has created the blockchain. Okay, so what you should find when you look is there will be some accounts that are created for this. These are initial test accounts for us, and it's just a bit difficult to see these from this one, but these will be pre-prepared accounts that we will be able to allocate later on. Okay, so there we go. That's what's created there. And we just check everything. Yeah, that seems to be okay. So now what we'll do is we'll just interrogate our port just to see if it's working okay. So we'll just do a curl there and paste. Yeah, and that's working okay. We get a JSON result coming back. This is a little command to look at our block size. Okay, and there's the result there for that one. And we can get a certain wallet there. This is one of the pre-prepared accounts that have been created for us. And what we'll do is we'll get the balance for that wallet. Okay, and there's the result there. So this is get balance for this Ethereum wallet address, and there is the result there for that one. Okay, we'll get the version. We tend not to be using curl for this. We'll be using Web3 to be able to integrate with Node.js, but this is just to make sure that we're getting everything working okay. Just to test that the blockchain is working. Everything's good there. Get the gas price at the current time. So Ethereum uses gas as a cost when we will apply our transactions and also for smart contracts. And just let me see what we've done wrong there. I think I've copied and pasted in that twice. Just let me see if I can edit that one. -D. I've just got a little error in that one. I'll fix that one on the GitHub. Okay, there's chain ID. So I'm just not getting the commands to copy correctly. Okay, so that's working fine now. So we'll send the transaction, but actually the transaction won't work just now. Later on the tutorial, we'll be able to transfer just now. Okay, so what we can see here is that this works fine, and hopefully you'll be able to get it installed. Okay, thanks.